We are back. It's the Infowarrior. We're live right now. Believe it or not, I am Jason Bermas. And we're going to go to Kyle in Pennsylvania in just a moment. But first, I want to play this clip. It's Project Natal. This is a little demo of a young girl interacting with an AI source through this camera.
Milo, how you doing?
Hi, Claire. You okay?
Actually, I'm a bit nervous.
You? Nervous? I don't believe it.
This is the first time that thousands of people are going to see this.
Thousands of people?
Here we're seeing Claire being recognised, and the emotion in Claire's voice being recognised, and that emotion reflecting in Milo's face. Those are all being seen for the first time.
So listen, I was thinking today you should let me beat you at football again. That is if you finished your homework. You have finished your school project.
What happened there is that Claire knew Milo so well, she knew when he was worried about something. The head was down, he wasn't looking at the camera so much, and this is about you meeting a character, a person.
Well, why don't I help you with yours? Then yours will be brilliant.
All right. I could just try to catch some fish. Draw some pictures in my journal. Maybe I'll do okay this time.
I think that's a good idea.
Lift off! Don't know till I try, do I?
Exactly.
See? I've got everything we need.
Well, great. Let's get started then.
You've got to put these goggles on.
Goggles?
Put them on like this.
Okay. What? Like that?
Claire has been thrown a pair of goggles. Notice what she did. This wasn't acted. She felt the need to reach down for those goggles. Now, everybody, every single person that has experienced this reaches down because they feel so connected to Milo's world.
Cool. So what are we doing? Do I have to stand at the edge?
Go on. Put your hands in. It's not too cold. I bet the fish think we're a monster.
Cheeky.
Swish the water about a bit. See if you can touch a fish.
There Claire is, in Milo's world. She's in that pond.
All right.
Every hand movement is being recognised. Being able to touch fish, being able to swish the water with her hand.
Moving away.
Everyone who's experienced it, their hairs are standing up on the back of their head. Now, what's about to happen is some real magic.
Well, you're good at drawing.
They're only fish, but they're trickier than you think.
Well, here, I'll have a go. Right. I'm going to do a body and a tail, the big fin, and a smiley face. There we go. What do you think?
Look at what just happened.
Orange.
Claire drew a picture on a piece of paper. The piece of paper was held up to Milo. Natal recognised the piece of paper, scanned the piece of paper in. Milo looked at that piece of paper, recognised the shape, recognised the colour, and able to get on with his
Thanks
project.
for your help, Claire.
This is true technology that science fiction has not even written
Don't
about.
forget your mum's birthday.
And this works today, now.
And this will be in millions of homes around the world in this country. Oh, a little Xbox. Oh. One day I'll have my own Xbox game. Don't worry. Yeah, right. Folks, every home, think about that device. I mean, she goes up to the pond and she moves her hands, and in real time, it has an effect on the lake that she sees in front of her. She can reach out for fish. It's just unbelievable to me. I mean, I can't get over it, folks. I really just cannot get over it. All right, Kyle in Pennsylvania, you are on the line.
Hey, Jason, what's going on, buddy?
How you doing, man?
Well, I think you're, not that you're ignoring, but you haven't brought up a really important part about this technology, too, is that when you got these kids on mind-altering drugs, and then now they have their own reality, it serves not only to survey them, but also as a disconnect from reality and what's going on around them as well. They become immersed in their own virtual world.
Well, you do go into kind of like
a
a hypnotic state playing any game. And, I was a huge video game fan. I mean, I was really into Mortal Kombat. I defeated Turok. I played the Metroid games. I beat Gears of War. I'm still a bit of a gamer, Soul Calibur, and you do get sucked into that reality. And I think that this is going to definitely do this tenfold because the experience is going to be that much more insane. You know, for instance, even the Wii, even though, you know, you're sitting there and you're playing with cartoon characters and you're playing, you know, Wii tennis, you're a lot more immersed in it because your arms are moving, your head is moving, you're actually a part of it. And with violent video games, like, can you imagine the first Grand Theft Auto for this thing?
I don't want to imagine the first Grand Theft Auto for this thing.
Well, you know what's going to happen. I mean, it's a $1 billion industry. I mean, I would be shocked if that wasn't the first project that they were put onto as soon as these kits were mailed out on June 1st. In fact, I would think it was a foolish...
Go ahead. It makes it so much easier to then, you know, you're in real life and you've got a gun in your hand and, you know, you've practiced all the motions and you've gone through all the rehearsal. It makes it that much easier to...
Yeah, no, this isn't just people. Yeah, exactly. This isn't just, you know, Doom, where it all really started with the first person shooter. This isn't just pressing buttons. You know, I think first it starts at home. I mean, it really does start with parenting and personal interactions, and that doesn't mean that somebody who ends up doing these things had poor parenting. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're just crazy. But at the same, I mean, crazy existed before video games, but at the same time, it is going to, you know, desensitize youth on another level. And this will absolutely be a tool for training, whether it's just to kill people or accept separate, you know, social situations.
Hey, can I ask you a question on a non-related subject?
Sure.
About the flu. I personally don't think that you're going to have people that are going to willingly accept these vaccinations. I mean, people are smart enough to know. Well, you're going to have some that do, but I think the majority of them is going to push back.
I hope you're right. I really see people, especially since they're going to start it in the school systems and they're going to make it really official and they're going to get letters home first saying, hey, and remember, they're launching it in the fall. So it's going to come with a bunch of other stuff. A lot of first-time parents or not really been through the ringer. This is going to be in the beginning of the school year. So you're already getting their kids, oh, I need to get this book. You know, I got a permission slip for this to sign. I need to sign this for Jim. And then it's just going to kind of be snuck in there. Oh, by the way, if your child's going to attend school this year, they have to take the mandatory swine flu vaccine that's coming up in the first week. So I hope you're right. I really hope you're right.
You think they're going to release something?
I don't think it's going to be a release. I think what's going to I think that what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to get sick from it. Number one, a few will die. Some will, you know, probably become quadriplegics like they did back in the 70s. They'll suppress those kind of stories. They'll say it's some kind of a mini outbreak, maybe give it kind of a SARS hype. But at the same time, most people just took, you know, a cancer virus that's going to shorten their life by 5 to 15 years anyway. You know,
well,
I think that's the way.
I think it's dangerous when they don't do any kind of attack. I mean, because when they do a 9/11 or they do a 7/7, you're then able to call them on specific points. But when it is that drop in the bucket, turn up the temperature, people are a lot less aware and they're more involved in, you know, trying to pay bills and things of that nature.
Well, you make a good point, Kyle, but I'm not sure I agree. I thank you for the call. I'm not sure I agree because, you know, you do a 7/7, you do a 9/11 to keep your people in war or get them into an additional war. And I think that's on another level because they actually do declare martial law. There are actually troops on the streets. They actually do censor the news openly. So I'm not so sure. I mean, they may do that with this swine flu craze. I don't know. All right, let's go to our next caller. Remember, we are live right now, folks. It's 888-201-2244. Rosalind, Peterson, CaliforniaSkywatch.com. Coming up for 2 hours in less than 20 minutes. Sheldon in California, you're online.
Hey, Bermas, what's up, brother?
How you doing, man?
Good. You know, I realize I've never been more happy right now than now to be broke. This is a great time to not have any money.
I got to agree. I feel you there. It is kind of good. Like, you know, I live paycheck to paycheck as well. I wouldn't say I'm dead broke.
You get paid for this?
I actually do. It's unbelievable.
Boy, you should, my friend. You do a great job.
Well, thank you. But yeah, you're right, because you don't know where this economy is going. You know, when I went and interviewed Tarpley in Washington, D.C., you can actually go to the IMF's website, and they have the SDR units, the actual global currency. It just doesn't have a physical currency, but the global currency is here, and you can see the trading rates. And my friend, the dinar is worth triple what the dollar is.
Well, you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about all these. You talked about apathetic parenting, and you know, I'm I'm thinking about all these people who are going to rush out to buy this mechanism for their kids, and they're going to have some type of avatar talking to their kids.
It's going to be like HAL on another level from 2001, right? Only it's in your home.
I know, it seems ridiculous. And then you think about people that rush out to get a new car because it's got all these GPS systems, and it doesn't allow you to go in front of or too fast, and it doesn't allow you to go too slow. And OnStar will help track you every moment that you ever are. I drive a piece of crap car, and I read books, and I think that's what people want to get back to, as well as potentially, and I don't know, I'm going to throw this out there, parenting.
I agree with the parenting. It is pretty slick that the United Kingdom is just like, oh, these people are blights on society. They're contributing to this horrible economy. They're the ones we need to put, I would almost be for the biometric cameras in pedophiles' homes. I'd be like, you know what? If you're a pedophile, I can go with that. I can live with that. But when you're just putting them in...
where does it start and where does it stop?
I agree.
The problem that I have with it is that if you have a biometric camera in a pedophile's home, the people that will be willing to watch that type of camera are going to be pedophiles.